Hey, welcome to our third live in a row. I'm a minute late because my son just called on his way home from work, and when you have a child driver, you have to always answer the phone. Am I right? So thank you for joining me tonight. We are going to watch. We're going to talk about the Christmas Cookie Challenge, which is so fun. I'm going to tell you about this awesome cookbook that I'm not an affiliate or tied to them in any way. I just love it. I'm going to tell you some of the things that happened on the show, which were really fun, tell you where you can watch it again, just tell you all the details. So just to recap from this super fun week, hello, Emily, thanks for coming back. This super fun week, Tuesday night, I did a live and I did a cookie decorating tutorial that is still on my page. You can go and watch that. Last night, I did a class on how to teach cookie decorating classes, and you can go watch that if you're interested. Just to recap a little bit, if you sign up as a Cheerful Box subscriber in the month of November, you will get everything that I showed last night in that class, which is really helpful if you teach cookie classes. Thank you for saying that they were great. Who is saying hi? Lauren Barkley Jacobs. It just says Facebook user. I like knowing who you all are. So good evening. Let me tell you while we're waiting for just a minute. I'm going to share with you something cool that you can find on my Facebook page today. It is my flip book. And so the way you do it is you just click the page and it opens up, and then you can shop from some of my favorite things from my cookie cutter shop. Here are my most popular ornaments, and were decorated by my friend Fresia, Sweet Treat Therapy. I mean, look how gorgeous these are. This is what I made on the Christmas Cookie Challenge. And so I'm selling the kit and the supplies, some of the tips and the straws and other things that you do, and a step-by-step tutorial for that. There's sweet little Reed Drummond and Eddie and the other wonderful competitors, and that's me. And then this is my second most popular set. It's the Cheerful Gingerbread family. And then we have to have some Jesus in Christmas, right? So this is my nativity cookie cutter set, my 11-piece set. I'm not going to read every single one. You all can look at this. There's some good gift ideas, New Year's cookie cutters. Here's information about the Cheerful box. These were the best sellers from this past year. And then this is links to the Valentine cookie cutters that I have. And again, look at these beautiful cookies. These were decorated by my friend Fresia. You can go right here and you can scan this, and this will get you my free cookie packaging cheat sheet. It will be emailed to you. So look at this on your computer, grab your phone, open up your photos, take a picture. It'll take you right to my website. I tried showing the number to text, and I got a couple people say that it didn't work. Now, you won't get a text back with the packaging cheat sheet. It will actually go to your email. So if you contacted me today about that, I have not had a chance yet to look at that. My husband has COVID, and he's feeling better today, but today has been just a crazy, insane, busy day. So let's turn that off. And then I'm just going to tell you all, hey, Angie, I'm going to tell you all some about the Christmas Cookie Challenge. If you have questions, I would love to answer your questions. The most fun, well, let me just start sort of at the beginning. I live in a little small town in Kentucky called Versailles. I'm not a professional baker. I'm a mom. That's what I think of myself first and foremost. That's really all I ever wanted to be. I did graduate from college, and I worked, in the official business world until my kids were born. And thank you, Emily. He really is, he's turned the corner today, which is great. And I took a test. I don't have it. My son doesn't have it. So, you know, yay for that. But I decided I wanted to stay home with my kids, and I just worked some little jobs. And then I found cookie decorating, and I thought, hey, I think I'll give that a try. And so my point in saying all that is never in a million years did I ever think I would end up on Food Network, ever. And if I can do it, then everybody that's watching that is a cookie decorator can do it, because I'm nothing special. I am a lot of fun. And I think that's one thing, and I'm happy. And I think that that's one thing that helped me get on the show. But when they contacted me, I was floored, really. I mean, they contacted me through Instagram, and it was just somebody who was a talent scout. And what they do is they look at social media and they find whatever they're looking for. I didn't know what they were looking for, but they find that, and then they contact you and they ask you if it's something that you ever had considered doing. And of course I said, well, so I got a message on Instagram, and it was from somebody, and she said, "Have you ever considered applying for the Christmas Cookie Challenge? Would you be interested in talking to me?" So the first thing that I did is I went and I looked up her um, Instagram, and there was nothing about the Food Network. And so it did say Talent Scout, but I was very leery. But I thought, so I almost didn't even respond. So if you get a message like that, respond. But I almost didn't. But then I thought, why not? So I said, sure, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Why don't you call me at this time? And I gave her my phone number. And the next day she calls me, and I'm on my way home from a doctor's appointment. And like I said, I really didn't think it was very serious. So I wasn't very serious. I laughed and we talked about all kinds of things. And I was in the car driving. So if I had taken it really serious, I would have been in a quiet place in my home, but I was driving in the car. And by the end of the conversation, she said, "Lauren, you're a lot of fun." She said, "I'm going to give your name to the producers." And later I asked her, I said, because I talked to her a couple more times, I said, "How did you find me?" And she said, "Well, I found you. There's some hashtags I look at on Instagram, and I found you there." And I don't know, she never told me what those hashtags were, but I always had tried. I used a lot of hashtags. I never put Christmas Cookie Challenge, Food Network, any of that stuff, because that wasn't even in my eyesight. I never even thought that that was possible. So she never told me where she found me. So I got this email from the Food Network, and they wanted me to fill out an application, and I'll have to put out sometime. They wanted me to video information about myself, and I think I still have that video. I'll have to post that, because that was kind of fun. And I had to send that in, and then I had to send a bunch of pictures of cookies that I'd done. And I brushed my teeth right before I got on here because I ate dinner, and I think I have toothpaste on my mouth. um, and so I did that, and I sent in pictures. And this was in November. And then they sent me a message, and they said, "You're in, you can go on to the next round." I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome." Well, this was during COVID time. So everything, of course, was Zoom called. And so my husband, who is so they set me up with this really, really friendly, nice guy from Florida. And he did a video, and he asked me all kinds of questions. And it was so fun because the whole time he was going like this. He was going like this because he wanted me to smile. I smile easily, but I guess some people are nervous. I wasn't nervous at all. And it was just so unexpected. And he was so friendly and nice. And so what he did is he asked me every question under the sun. How did you get into cookie decorating? Why do you do cookie decorating? When did you start? What is your favorite type of cookie to make? Have you ever done this? Have you ever done that? And I mean, just but it was just like talking to a friend. He was such a nice man. Well, my husband, who is so fun, he he said before this interview, because he was working at home, so I was not allowed to share with anybody that this was going on, but there was no way for me not to share it with him because he's at home with me all the time. So I had to sign a non-disclosure agreement and he signed it too. So that worked out well. But he said, "Do you want me to dress up like Santa Claus?" And I'll get into the video too. I'm like, "Yes." So he put on this full Santa Claus outfit. I mean, like the kind that professional Santa Clauses wear. And the ones that are helping Santa and going out and seeing the kids because Santa can't be everywhere, right? Hey, Mimi. So he put that on and he got into the clip. He got into the screen when I was interviewing and he said, "Ho, ho, ho. I just want to let you know what a good girl Lauren's been this year. And you should let her on your show." Well, the guy loved it. And so that was really fun. And he said, "What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a reel together, or not a reel, but, put a video together of this interview. And I'm going to send that on to the Food Network. And then they'll look at that and they'll decide whether you want to go on to the next thing." And at that point, I was feeling confident because this interview had gone so well. And Stacy was so funny and the guy loved it. And so I thought, "Oh, I'm gonna get a call. I think I'm gonna get a call." Well, weeks went by and I didn't get a call, and I thought, "Well, I guess they're not gonna, I guess I'm not gonna get this opportunity." And then I go to bed, you all, early. Like I get up early too. This morning I got up at 5, maybe even 4:30. This time change is messing me up. And by 8:30, I'm usually in bed, sometimes asleep, but I go to bed early, I wake up early. So I'm laying on the couch because my husband was gone somewhere. He wasn't home yet. So I was laying on the couch waiting for him to get home. And the phone rang. And my first thought was, "Who's calling me?" Everybody knows. I mean, it was like 9 o'clock. I thought everybody knows I'm asleep. I almost didn't answer the phone because it was a California number. And I thought, "Who is calling me from California?" I mean, I was kind of grumpy about it because I'm tired at night. But I answered the phone, thankfully, because it was the Food Network. And they said, "Lauren, you've made it to the final round of interviews." And of course, I woke up and got very cheerful very fast. And this everybody that I spoke with was so nice, so friendly, happy. It really was an incredible experience. So he told me what I needed to do. They wanted to know that I could make cookies within a certain amount of time, that I knew how to make a 3D structure. And then so they gave me a theme and I had to, on the Scouts honor system, make cookies in the amount of time that they gave me. And I think that they would know if you took longer because they know what is possible with the amount of time. So that's what I did. And then I made a 3D structure so they knew that I could do that. And then I had to do a Zoom call with the main producers at the Food Network. And I'm telling you, that was nerve wracking. They were, again, very friendly, but much more professional. It was a man and a woman, and they were very welcoming, but very professional. And the whole background was the Food Network, and I mean, I was so nervous. They asked me all kinds of questions. I had to show them the cookies that I made. And then at the end, they hung up very quickly. And I thought, oh, I know. They asked me a question. They said, we're going to give you an ingredient. We want you to tell us what you do with it. I'm like, okay, I cook. I know a lot about food and how to put things together. So I thought, I got this. Well, they gave me something that I had never heard of. I don't even remember what it is, but apparently it's a fruit that grows in Kentucky. So I should have known what it was. A pawpaw, I think is what it was. So I totally winged it. I s- I said, "Oh, I would cut that up and put it on the stove and reduce it down to thicken it, and then I would add that to my cookie." And they're like, "Okay, thank you." And then they hung up, and I thought, I must not have answered that very well. So I went over to see my neighbor, who is also my closest friend. I mean, what a blessing that is. And she said, "No, Lauren, that they grow in Kentucky, first of all, so you should have known what it was." And then she said, "And that's not how you use it." So I thought, okay, I'm next. They're like, this girl doesn't know what she's doing. And so this was the week before Thanksgiving, maybe 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. So it was about this time at 2 years ago. And they said, we'll let you know, but it won't be anytime soon because of Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving goes by, the week after, the week after, the week after, Christmas, New Year's. And I'm thinking, oh, well, that was fun, but I'm not getting on the Food Network. Hey, Deborah. So then I think it was March. I'm walking into one of my oldest son's lacrosse game, and I get a call again at night, and it was a number from New York, and I knew to answer those weird calls. So I answered it, and it was someone that said, "We wanted to let you know that you were chosen for the Food Network." And I mean, I just screamed. I was so happy because it had been a long time. And that's how it happened. And then she said, "You can't tell anybody." And that was really hard. But thankfully, I could I share it with my husband. And I told my kids too, because we all live in the same house. And I said, don't tell anybody. I mean, I said I could be sued for a lot of money if you tell anybody. And they were real good. They didn't want anything to happen. They're boys. They don't talk ever. You know what I mean? But so that was how I got chosen to be on the Food Network. It was the craziest, most wonderful experience. And the reason I want you to know that is if it happened to me, it can happen to you. And I was very, very fortunate that I did not apply. They contacted me, but apply, even if you're a new cookie decorator. Thanks, Mimi. There was a girl on the show who had only been decorating cookies for 6 months. There were many different backgrounds of people that were on my show. And now I'm in a group with people that have been on the Christmas Cookie Challenge. And it's so fun because we are all so diverse. And it was an amazing experience. I mean, I think, how did that happen to me? I mean, how in the world did I get to do that? But one of the most fun things about it for me in preparing is, at first it wasn't fun because I thought, I don't know how to do this. Is they said, thank you so much. I love to tell it. It's fun. It makes me relive it all again. And the reason I wanted to share it is because I have so many wonderful new followers, and I appreciate you all so much who didn't know me last year. And it's getting ready to be shown again on November 16th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Food Network. So that's next Thursday. And you can also watch it on HBO Max. You can watch it on Discovery Plus. And then you can also watch it next Thursday at like 3 a.m., I think, if any of you all, you know, are late people if you're decorating cookies. But it's season 6, which is last season, episode 6, so it's easy to remember. And it's called Christmas Now and Then. You don't think you could handle the pressure, you think you'd throw up. It was fun, it really was. You just have to go in with the right mindset that you're just gonna have a good time and let the chips fall where they may. And I don't get real riled up. I wouldn't say I'm calm because I'm busy, but I just went with the right mindset, and I think that was helpful. But they said, "Lauren, you cannot take a cookie recipe that is not your own. You have to take your own recipes." And I thought, I don't know how to do that. I'm not a recipe developer. I've never developed a recipe. The cookie recipe that I use, somebody gave to me. I can throw stuff together and make a good dinner, but as far as baking, it's a science. And so I did not know how to do it. But I thought, where there's a will, there's a way. So I bought the most amazing cookbook I have to share with you all. Whoops. And I don't even know how I found it. I think it was a God thing. It's called The Ultimate Cookie Handbook, your guide to baking perfect cookies every time. And this book has, I don't know if she has a sugar cookie recipe in here. Maybe she does. But what is so amazing about this book, if you are ever in the same situation and you have to make up your own recipes or you just want to, is it tells you, you can't even see this, I'm not going to hold it up. It tells you what every single ingredient in baking does. It tells you what eggs do. It tells you what baking powder does, what the different types of flours do. Leah, isn't it the best book? It's amazing. It tells you what an extra egg white will do, what less egg whites will do, what the difference between butter and shortening. And I knew a little bit about that, but that knowledge enabled me to make up my own recipes. Without this book, I never would have been able to do that ever. So I knew from watching the shows that they give you a curveball, right? They tell you, we have this secret ingredient, and you have no clue what it is. None until that moment. And it could be a liquid, it could be fruit, it could be something frozen, it could be a nut, it could be an alcohol, you name it. And you have to know how to incorporate it into, excuse me, my nose is itching. You have to know how to incorporate it into your cookie dough. And so by reading this book, I figured out, okay, if I get a liquid, I knew how much an egg in grams weighed. I don't remember it right now, but I knew it when I did the Christmas cookie challenge. And I knew that if I had a liquid, that I would take out the same amount of weight in eggs to put in the liquid. And I made so many batches of cookies before I left until I found some really good recipes. And so the recipes that I came up with, one of them is lemon curd cheesecake pecan. And the reason I did that one is I think cheesecake is God's gift to human beings, and lemon curd is a close second. And so I thought, I wonder if I take out some of the liquid, the egg, and add in some lemon curd. So I had a good base vanilla recipe. I just changed it around until I got one that I liked. And the reason I put pecans in it is because I know that Ree Drummond loves pecans. And I knew that because I had watched every Christmas cookie challenge episode. When they called me the first time, I found out that you could rewatch them. And I think I rewatched them on the Food Network app. I didn't just watch it, but I dissected everything that was going on. And the one thing I gathered from it was that Ree Drummond loves pecans. So It is a delicious recipe. I was so bummed because it uses lemon emulsion that is so good. It's from, I can't think of the where I got it, but they did not have that, and so what I used was way too strong, and Eddie said it was too strong. He said, "Did you taste this cookie dough?" And I said, "No," because I'm thinking it's delicious. I've tasted it so many times, and it probably was not all that great, which is a bummer because I messed up the recipe, but it was good enough, and my cookies were good enough that it sent me on to the second round. Well, I knew that if I was gonna be in the second round, I needed a structural cookie dough. And in Kentucky, we do, we're in the South, we do a lot of barbecue and we do a lot of rubs. So, dry rubs is a big thing about around where I live. So I started thinking, I wonder if I could use like a dry rub seasoning mix in my gingerbread. And so that is the gingerbread that I came up with. I created sort of like a seasoning mix that you can mix together, and then you add it to your cookie dough, and it gives it the most delicious flavor. And so that's how I came up with my gingerbread. And I just messed around with the spices until I got one that I liked. And I mixed it in the little food processor thing. So I did that on the Christmas cookie challenge, which took so much time, but I wanted them to be really good and fragrant. And then I knew that gingerbread is a really good structural dough. So, gingerbread houses, but I want it has to taste good too. So the one that I came up with, you can definitely build with it, but it also tastes really, really good. And I don't even like gingerbread. And I have to shout out to my friend Beth because she helped me with that recipe because she loves gingerbread and I don't even really like it. And she was instrumental in me coming up with that recipe. That was awesome. I just told her I was trying to make a good gingerbread recipe and she helped me because she's my wonderful friend. Hello from Andrews, Texas. And then last, but definitely not least, was the best one, the best cookie recipe I have ever had, and I made it up. It is so good. It's chocolate covered strawberry, and it uses delicious cocoa powder. It uses dehydrated strawberries, which give it a real pop of strawberry flavor. It uses strawberry emulsion. I mean, it is such a good cookie. Look, I'm closing my eyes when I think about it. It tastes like a strawberry brownie, and it is delicious, and I felt so confident with that recipe, and it was awesome because I think I talked about this the other night, that part of my structure I made with the gingerbread. Part of it I had to make with the chocolate covered strawberry. And so I made a 3D structure that's a balloon. And then I made a little cookie, a little snowman cookie that could ride in the balloon. And I made it out of the chocolate because I thought it'd be easy to eat. And Ree loved it. I mean, she said, I'm going to take this with me. And she walked off with it. And then Eddie also was so complimentary. You can see that on the show. He's like, this is unlike anything I've ever tasted before. He said, you think it's just chocolate, and then pow, you have that strawberry flavor. So if you've seen the show or you watch it again, you'll see him do that. And then a couple weeks after the show aired, the producer called me, who was we became buddies. He called and he said, Lauren, can I have that chocolate covered strawberry cookie recipe? He said, I'm gonna make it. I'd like to make it because I'm having a party and I want to impress my friends. And I'm like, yes, you can have it. And I thought, what if that ends up on the Food Network and they try and steal it? But no, I thought that for about 2 seconds, and I thought, I really don't care because I know that I'm the one who came up with it. So that's the story of how I got on the Food Network. about how I develop the recipes. You can buy those recipes on my website for 20, I think it's 3 for $24.99. Or all Cheerful Box subscribers, new subscribers and current subscribers are going to get those recipes free this month. So if you don't know what the Cheerful Box is, I'm going to show you. If you have the Cheerful Box, tell me your favorite thing about it. I would love that. But when I first started decorating cookies, I didn't really, I didn't know how to decorate. I didn't know what size cutters to find. I didn't know any of that. Yes, Mimi digital subscribers too. And so it was hard because of those things. So when I came up with the box, I wanted to make it easy for people to decorate cookies. So it's a box filled with 6 big cookie cutters, 3 mini cookie cutters, a coordinated stencil, the clip art, and then a YouTube video of me teaching you step by step how to decorate every cookie in the box. So it saves you so much time from having to search for cookies that go together. You can use them for pre-sales. You can use them for, let me find it. You can use it for pop-ups. You can just use it as a family fun night. But here is our current box. Aren't those cute? I love this set. And again, I do step by step. You can get a subscription, or just this month, we're going to do a one-time purchase because, and that's the subscription is definitely the cheapest way to go. But if you need a great gift, it makes a great gift. So I wanted to give people the option to just do a one-time purchase. But I always teach a new skill every month, or I try and teach a new skill every month. So this month's skill was learning how to do a felted look on the hat of the snowman. And then next month is so cute. It's the Valentine theme because I want to send the holidays out 2 months in advance. And so next month it's We Belong Together. And so one of the cookies that we're going to do is an avocado and a piece of avocado toast. But I'm going to show you a really cool technique on how to make the toast look like toast. And then have you all seen where you can take a cookie and you break it in half and then other little things fall out? We're going to do that with the avocado. So next month's going to be fun. Linda says, I love the bag with pictures on it. Oh, thank you, Linda. I forget to tell that. We always put a bag in the box with the clip art on it, or the pictures of the finished cookie. Does it have the clip art? Yeah, it has the clip art. Because raise your hand if you're at home and you pick up a cookie cutter and you look at it. I'm thinking if I have a cookie cutter here, and you're like, I have no idea what this is. So you put it in the cookie groups. You're like, does anyone have any clue what this cookie is? Cookie cutter. And then if you can't figure it out, you just throw that cookie cutter back in the bin and it's going to stay there for eternity. I used to do that all the time. So I put the bag in there so you store the cookie cutters in it, and then you never have that happen. You always know what cookie cutters you have inside those little bags. How do you purchase the recipe? I will find that for you right now, and I will put the link. If you go, Mimi, are you there? Mimi is my assistant. She just doesn't know it yet. If you go to cheerfulcutters.com and you look at recipes, and while this is doing this, let me see if I can go to that real quickly. You go to recipes. Okay, let me find it. Now I found it. So now I can show you all where it is. Maybe, oh, here we go. This is the coolest program that I have, but I'm not the greatest of using okay, here it is. 3 recipes as seen on the Christmas cookie challenge. Here's the lemon curd pecan cheesecake. You can use it as a decorated cookie, or they're delicious just to eat on their own. Here is you get the gingerbread cookie, and then here's the chocolate covered strawberry cookie. So I had a party, a Christmas cookie challenge watch party, and these are the little cookies that I made for all of my friends. And then it was so fun when the judges would taste the cookie, then they could taste the cookie. So those are the recipes, and you can just go to cheerfulcutters.com and see those. Also, at the very beginning, if you're just joining, you can go to my Facebook and you can see my new with my new flip book, and it has lots of great Christmas cookie cutters. And in the very back, there is a QR code that you can scan. And if you scan that, you will get an email with my cookie packaging cheat sheet, because that is the hardest thing for me to always remember what size boxes to buy for how many cookies. And so I hope that that helps you all. Let's see if any thank you, Mimi, you're the best. If you buy the next box, you get the recipes. Yeah, yes, you get the recipes. If you're a subscriber this month, then you get the recipes. So yes, it is definitely a good value. And if you try the box and you don't love it, I mean, we're not going to take your firstborn child. We want everybody to be happy. Just say, Lauren, I don't want to do this anymore. And I'll say, okay, and I'll cancel you. And I mean, this is a no pressure. Life is meant to be fun. I am cheerful. Thank you, Emily. I am cheerful. I am. Let's see. Any other questions? Again, it will be on the Food Network again next Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I really was so happy with the they captured me. It was so funny because I um before the episode came out, I contacted the producer and I said, the episode's getting ready to come out and I'm having a watch party. Do you want to come? He lives in California, so I knew he wasn't going to come, but I just thought that'd be funny to ask. And he said, I would love to come, but I don't think I can do. I'm in California. And I said, "Well, how did you show me? How did you portray me?" And he said, "I think we got the true essence of Lauren." And I thought, "What does that mean?" But I do think that they did a good job on that. Thank you, Mimi, for putting the link to the lookbook. You can see that in the comments. You can click on there, and then, like I said, it'll show you the cookie cutters. And then in the back, it'll show you the QR code so you can get the packaging cheap sheet. Love this forum, and I'm going shopping. Thank you. This has been so much fun for me. I have tried going live. I'm not very consistent because it seems like I plan them in the morning and there's always something that happens. So I think, do y'all want me to do this more often? I think I should do this more often. It's fun for me because, my oldest son is in college and my youngest son is going to go to college. And it's just going to be me and my husband, who I love. But I don't love to watch TV. I love people. So this is fun. So I appreciate you all joining me. I'll have to think of something fun that I can do next week. Tomorrow, my son and I are going to Nashville, Tennessee to visit a college, which is exciting. So I didn't plan one for tomorrow night because we will be in Nashville. And but I'll think of something fun maybe I can do next week. So just to recap from this fun week that we've had, Tuesday night, I decorated a Christmas cookie. And what else did I do Tuesday night? I decorated the Christmas cookie. I have no idea. I don't remember. Go watch the live. It was a lot of fun. Wednesday, last night, I did a class on cookie decorating classes. And tonight I talked about the Christmas cookie challenge. And if you are a Cheerful Box subscriber, or if you subscribe to the monthly boxes this month, then you are going to get the awesome box, but you're also going to get lots of extra things. You're going to get the link to all my subscribers get the link to my Royal Icing 101 class. You get the recipes that I use on the Food Network. You get the class, everything that I used to teach the class last night, including the icing calculator. So if you've been thinking about it, or you want to do something fun for yourself, then try out the Cheerful Box this month. It's awesome. And all those specials are for subscribers. But if you just want to try it out, I'll tell you a secret. If you just want to try the box out this month, you still get the recipes for free. Only this month. But you don't, only subscribers get the information about the classes and what I did last night. I'm going to email that, Deborah. I had thought I would email that tonight, but you know how I tell y'all I go to bed early? Well, it's only 6:45, so maybe I can do that tonight. I have to do it tonight. I'm going out of town tomorrow. No, I'm gonna email that out. So check your emails if you are a subscriber. And if you subscribe tonight or tomorrow, then I'll send that stuff out on Monday, because I'll be in Nashville this weekend. Thank you for the safe travels. It's just me and my son, since my husband has COVID. He won't be going. Pray that I don't wake up with it in the morning, because we have a non-refundable hotel. That would be a bummer. So, any other questions about what I talked about tonight? No? Okay. Well, I guess that's it for tonight. I appreciate you guys. Have a great night. And I'll be back at some point next week. Bye.